Okay, guys, this is Diana from the Misfit Journal Maker, and in my group, the Misfit Journal Maker, same name, on Facebook, I've had quite a few of my followers ask me about my coffee dyeing method. Now, I unfortunately do not have a lot of space. Let's see if I can get this up a little higher. So I'm very limited on how I can coffee dye my paper. And it's actually a big pain. But if you want to get coffee dyed paper, you got to do what you got to do. So what I do, because I have just this area here to do it, I have a great big pickle jar here. This is hot water in here. I buy great value from Walmart. This great big, let's see. It's 8 ounces of instant coffee, cheapo coffee. And what I do is I get my hot water. I don't boil the water. I don't put it in the microwave, nothing. Just run the tap till it's hot. And then I just dump it in. And there's, no, I don't know, there might be too much. I don't want it real dark. So I put a bunch in what I think I want. I get my little sponge brush that I use and just sit here and dissolve it. Okay, so you got to give it a couple minutes. Okay, I don't know. This may be not dark enough. It looks dark in here, but when you put it on the paper, I'm going to put some more. I'm almost out. I've got to be on my shopping list. I think that big 8-ounce container is about under $4. And it lasts me a long time. So, and if I have extra from this, I'll use it again tomorrow because I need to make a lot and I'm not going to be able to finish today. I put the lid on the pickle jar and I throw it in the refrigerator. And it's good for a few days. After that, it gets weird and you can't use it. So, I tried using it a week later. That didn't work. All right, so I think it's pretty much dissolved. And you know, doing it this way too, you don't have to wait for your coffee to cool down. There's no reason you need to boil it. It does just fine like this. If you want to boil it, go ahead. Now, my paper does kind of smell like coffee. It retains that smell. I love coffee. I don't mind it. Eventually it will evaporate. But if you want to, you can add some cinnamon. Probably an extract would be better. I don't even know if they have cinnamon extract. Something in a liquid form. I did try using cinnamon and it didn't like there were still little granules in there. And maybe that's because I don't boil the water. No, on that I did boil the water. Anyway, I didn't like the way it came out. So if you're going to add something to take away from the smell, I don't have any, but I would suggest like vanilla extract. That would be really good. Or something in the extract families because it's, you know, it's liquid. So, okay, my next thing I do is I grab a piece of paper. I have a glass mat, which makes it very easy because I don't have to worry about what's underneath. I get my sponge brush. I hope you guys can see this. And I paint my picture. My picture of coffee. Now, I do have a bigger brush I could use. Sometimes I do. Okay, this is a good color. And then I carefully grab the corner, okay, and I flip. Okay, and now I want to paint the other side. Now, this is a lot more time consuming than probably a lot of you have seen other people do it, but if you're someone like me who lives in a very small place and you don't have counter space in your kitchen, you don't have floor space in your living room, this is a really small mobile. There's really, with the furniture and everything, there's nowhere to do it. So I make the best of the situation. So if you're someone like me, this is a good alternative. Next is going to be noise. I don't know how to turn it off, but I get my heat gun and I just sit here and dry. I got ants in here. I don't know why they're in here. Okay, and I have a cloth here that I try to get up the stuff on the side just to get rid of the water. Okay, and I just sit here and dry. It doesn't take that long. I hope you guys can hear me over this. And I probably could use a better heat gun. This one was a cheapo, but you know, it doesn't take all that long. Of course, it's going to take a lot longer than doing a whole bunch at a time and laying them all out. I can't do that. So, this is what I'm going to be doing the rest of today. So, I'm going to just do one all the way just to show you. And I guess you guys can turn me off if you don't want to see the whole process. But I just thought I'd show because people were asking me. And I was going to do this today anyway. So I try to get it so this corner dries and it starts to flip up and I can turn the page. Now you can tell when it starts drying because it gets darker. And usually one side is always darker than the other, which does not bother me. Come on. There we go, see? Okay, so I gently turn it over. Now, of course, today, it's going to give me issues. Okay. And I don't care if there's different spots that are different colors. Just adds character to the paper. I kind of hold it up, too, because that also makes it dry faster. So yeah, I put my headset on, listen to my favorite music. I don't have to hear the heat gun. And I can usually in a few hours do maybe 15 pages. I know that's terrible, but you know, there's a will, there's a way. So but this works. You don't have a big mess, and if you didn't have a glass mat, you could just put down some grocery bags, you know, any kind of something that's going to protect your mat. You know, I don't know if these other glass mats, I don't know what they're made out of. I don't know if you can, you know, get them wet. So I don't know about that. But so now it's semi-dry. It's a little damp. I just go a little bit further than this, and then I lay it, I lay it aside, and it dries on its own while I'm doing the next one. So I don't completely dry it. As you can see, you can tell where it's drier here in the middle. But I do flip it a couple of times, and you can see I've got parts here that are not completely, you know, they're a different color, and that's okay. This is a little white, so I think I'm gonna just do that. So anyway, that's pretty much it. You don't have to 100% dry it. I put it on the table in front of me and just kind of let it sit there. And by the time I'm a couple more in, it's dry. I've got my window open, and when I'm done with this, I'll put the fan on in here because it is getting warm here in California. It's going to be in the high 80s today. So that will all help to dry it. So yeah, so that's basically it. I mean, it's kind of half dry, and I'm just gonna leave it like this, and then I move on to the next one. And I'll show you one more thing, and then I'll let you go. All right, that's done. I'm just gonna let that dry on its own. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. The other thing I was gonna show. Can I hire somebody to come and organize my craft space here, you guys? Because I'm in desperate need, and I don't really want to do it. Okay, as you can see, yeah, this is my scrubby. It takes care of everything. There's no point. That's already dry. Okay, so the other pages I do, this is legal paper. Okay, I think I had someone ask me about this. I also do this size, and the reason I do this size is because in my journals, which somebody might want to do, I take it and I fold it to about the size of all the other pages. This may not be the right size, but once it's tea-dyed, I fold it so that, you know, this width is the same of all my other pages, which would be 8.5 and 11, 8.5 by 11 folded in half. Then, because it's legal paper, it's longer. I take this extra piece. Yeah, this isn't folded right. It's too big. And I fold it this way, okay? And then this is how I get my flap. So when you have the journal, okay, you can open this up and then pull this out, and you've got extra writing space. So that's how I do that. I had an issue with this paper because it's, for some reason, the legal paper is thinner. It does work, but you have to be a lot more careful when you're copy dyeing it. I even bought 2 different types. If you go up to the next weight in the legal paper, it gets really expensive, and I wasn't willing to do that. So I just do this one, but I'm very careful, and it just takes a little bit longer. But usually, if I have a 1 signature, I only include 2 of these. So I don't do that many. So if I had a 3 signature journal, I would only tea dye 6 because I would use 2 in each signature. So that's completely up to you how many you use. But this is kind of fun because I always put something here to indicate that you know, pull it over. So just in case anybody was curious about that, I thought I would share it. So yeah, this is already pretty much almost dry, and just a little wet on the edges, but you get a really nice color. If you don't want it that dark, just don't add as much coffee, and that's about it. So anyway, thought I would just share that with you guys today, and I hope everybody has a great afternoon. I'm going to be sitting here listening to music and dyeing paper. So let me know what you guys are doing today. So anyway, I will see you guys next week. Have a good one.